Imagine coming home to find your prized garden hose hacked to pieces by the self-appointed queen of the cul-de-sac. All because it cluttered the view. Now picture that same busybody unraveling her entire web of petty power plays. Ending up in handcuffs while the neighborhood cheers. Talk about poetic justice gone viral. In the sun-drenched suburbs of Evergreen Meadows. A picture-perfect slice of American dreamland where white picket fences hid simmering resentments. Lived Alex Rivera. Alex was the quiet type. A freelance graphic designer who'd bought his modest two-story home 5 years back. Drawn by the promise of tranquility. But tranquility? Ha! This was HOA territory. Ruled by the iron-fisted Evelyn Hargrove, president of the Homeowners Association and a walking embodiment of suburban entitlement. Evelyn, with her perfectly coiffed bob and pearls that screamed "I volunteer at church but judge everyone," had turned the neighborhood into her personal fiefdom. Community standards, she'd coo at meetings. Her voice dripping with faux concern. While enforcing rules that made North Korea look lax. Alex had always kept his head down, mowed his lawn on schedule. Painted his mailbox the approved shade of beige, but lately, whispers followed him like shadows. Did you hear? Alex is that artsy type. Probably up to no good, neighbors muttered. Egged on by Evelyn's subtle smears during her casual block walks. She never said it outright. But her arched eyebrows and knowing sighs painted Alex as the oddball. The potential troublemaker. He ignored it. Sipping his coffee on the porch each morning. Observing her patrols with a calm that masked his growing file of notes. One crisp Saturday, Alex installed a new solar-powered bird feeder in his front yard, a sleek, eco-friendly number that attracted cardinals and finches, adding a touch of life to the sterile rows of identical lawns. It was mounted discreetly on a pole, well within property lines. And hell, it even matched the HOA's natural enhancement clause. But Evelyn spotted it during her morning power walk. Her sensible loafers screeching to a halt. "Alex Rivera," she called out. Her tone a mix of honey and venom. Clipboard clutched like a shield. That contraption. It's not in the approved catalog. Alex paused his watering. Hose in hand. Water dribbling onto the driveway. Morning. Evelyn. It's a bird feeder. Brings in wildlife. Beautifies the space. Guidelines say enhancements under 2 feet are fine. She adjusted her glasses. Lips pursing into a thin line of disapproval. It disrupts the uniform aesthetic. Birds? They'll leave droppings everywhere. Turning our pristine community into a aviary slum. Alex bit back a laugh. Slum? For bird poop? I'll clean it up. No big deal. But Evelyn's eyes gleamed with that righteous fire. Standards must be upheld. Dear. For the greater good. She scribbled furiously. Then marched off. Her pearls clacking like tiny accusations. Alex shook his head. Figuring it was just another Evelynism. Like the time she fined the Johnsons for a garish welcome mat. But oh! How wrong he was. 2 days later. Alex pulled into his driveway after a long client call. Only to freeze at the sight. His bird feeder lay shattered on the grass. Pole bent like a pretzel. Solar panel cracked into shards that glittered mockingly in the afternoon sun. Feathers scattered around suggested a hasty getaway. But the real kicker was the note pinned under a rock, unauthorized installation removed for noncompliance. Retrieve remnants from community shed. E. Hargrove. HOA President Alex's jaw tightened. She hadn't just complained, she'd trespassed. Vandalized. And stolen. The audacity, he muttered. Pulling out his phone to snap photos. His neighbor. Jamie. A burly mechanic with a heart of gold. Ambled over from across the street. Saw it happen. Man. Evelyn waltzed right up this morning. Garden shears in tow. Hacking away like she was auditioning for a horror flick. Cursing under her breath about eyesores and upstarts. Alex nodded. His face neutral. But inside. Gears turned. Thanks. Jamie. Got the ring cam? He did. Back inside. Alex replayed the footage. Evelyn. At 10:17 a.m. Glancing around furtively before yanking the pole. Her face twisted in smug determination. She clipped wires with glee. Muttering. This'll teach him to defy standards. It was comical in its pettiness, her pearls swinging wildly as she struggled with the resistant metal, but the destruction fueled a quiet rage. Alex didn't explode. No. He brewed coffee. Opened his laptop. And dove into research. HOA bylaws? Check. County trespass laws? Double check. By midnight. He'd compiled a dossier, screenshots. Timestamps. Even a quick valuation of the feeder at $150. Greater good. My ass, he whispered. Saving it all to a drive. This wasn't just about a bird feeder, it was about exposing the mask Evelyn wore so proudly. The whispers escalated overnight. As if Evelyn had activated her gossip network. By morning, Alex overheard Mrs. Thompson at the mailbox, heard Alex installed some weird device, probably spying on folks. Evelyn had to step in. Alex smiled inwardly. Spying? From a bird feeder? He let it slide. Heading instead to the local police station. Officer Diaz. A no-nonsense vet who'd dealt with HOA nonsense before. Watched the footage with a raised eyebrow. She just destroyed it. No notice? Yup, Alex replied evenly. Left a note like it was official business. Diaz chuckled dryly. That's vandalism. Trespass. Theft. Press charges? Absolutely. As Diaz filed the report, Alex texted his old college buddy. Lawyer Mia Torres, a shark in heels who'd shredded corporations in court. Got video? She asked immediately. Crystal clear. An admission in writing? Her signature. Mia's reply, delicious. Let's bury her in paperwork. By afternoon. Alex swung by the community shed. Where his mangled feeder sat dumped amid rusty tools and forgotten holiday decor. He photographed the damage, the bent pole now a twisted sculpture of irony, then emailed the HOA board, skipping Evelyn, demanding a hearing. Violation of my rights, he wrote. Attaching evidence. The response came fast. Emergency meeting Thursday. 7 p.m. Evelyn was spooked. The clubhouse buzzed that night. Neighbors packing in like it was a town hall scandal. Evelyn presided at the front. Arms folded. Her smile plastic as she greeted folks with. We're all here for harmony. Right? The board, 3 spineless yes-men and 1 hesitant retiree, shifted uncomfortably. Alex arrived with Mia. Her briefcase a silent threat. He presented calmly, here's the bylaw she claims I broke, turns out. It allows feeders. Here's her on my property. Destroying it. Mia projected the video, the room gasped as Evelyn's on-screen self grunted with effort. Shears flashing. Not very presidential, Mia quipped mildly. Drawing snickers. Evelyn interrupted. Voice shrill, it was an abomination. Standards protect property values. Mia shot back, standards don't include felony-level tantrums. Ma'am. The board squirmed. Evelyn. You overstepped, muttered the retiree. Carl. No permission slip for vigilantism. Evelyn's face reddened, I was enforcing order. Without me, this place would be chaos. But the vote suspended her temporarily, agreeing to reimburse Alex. Mia leaned in, not enough. We're suing for damages, $1,000. Plus distress. Evelyn huffed. Ridiculous, but her pearls trembled. As they left, Alex overheard her whispering to a crony, "He'll regret this." Oh. The irony, her own words sealing her fate. Tensions boiled as the lawsuit loomed. Evelyn doubled down. Her patrol's now aggressive. Fining folks for non-compliant flower pots or slightly faded shutters. For the community's sake, she'd say. But her voice cracked with desperation. Eyes darting like a cornered animal. Alex stayed vigilant. Noticing a sleek black SUV cruising the block. A stranger snapping photos of homes. "Who's that?" he asked Jamie over beers. Heard Evelyn hired consultants, probably to dig dirt. Alex's research unearthed it, Hargrove Compliance Group. A shady firm billing the HOA thousands for aesthetic audits. Mia pulled records, they siphoned $15,000 from repair funds, while sidewalks crumble. Deeper dig, a zoning request to convert the neighborhood park into condos. Boosting values for insiders. Evelyn's scheming to flip land, Mia said. Fraud. Alex printed flyers, HOA fining you unfairly? Let's talk. The garage meeting drew 40 residents. Stories pouring out, she fined me for a kiddie pool, said it lowered morale. Laughter mixed with groans. Morale? From plastic ducks? Mia noted, pattern of abuse. Class action time. Petitions flew. Freezing HOA spending. Evelyn's emails grew frantic, this rebellion threatens our values. But her values crumbled when ex-treasurer Lila anonymously leaked ledgers, funds funneled to Evelyn's nephew's ghost company. Over $50,000 embezzled, Mia announced. The DA pounced. Subpoenaing records. Evelyn's arrest hit like a thunderclap, cuffed in her driveway mid-rant to a neighbor. Pearls askew. Face a mask of shocked fury. This is outrageous. I'm protecting standards, she screeched as cops led her away. Neighbors watched. Some cheering quietly. The footage of her feeder frenzy? Key evidence of her pattern. Alex's quiet patience paid off, the small sabotage exposing a rotten core. In the aftermath, evergreen meadows breathed freely. The park stayed green. Kids laughing without fear of fines. New board elections brought transparency, open budgets. No secret consultants. Evelyn pled guilty to fraud. Banned from HOAs for life. Restitution checks arriving like karma deliveries. Alex's new feeder hummed with birds. Untouched. He sat on his porch, watching the sunset. The neighborhood alive with chatter instead of whispers. But as he reflected, a nagging thought lingered, in a world of petty tyrants hiding behind rules, who really wins when the mask slips? Was Evelyn the villain? Or just a symptom of a system that lets Karens thrive? You tell me, was Alex's revenge justice? Or did it go too far? Leaving us all wondering if we're one bad rule away from becoming the next HOA horror story?